Hi, and welcome everybody to Scott Shaves. It's been a few days again, I know. I do believe that last shave was pretty on point, right? It was probably something that hasn't been done or something that hasn't been seen, right? It's how to blind shave while wet shaving in the shower, so to speak, right? I know there's people out there who do it because I've heard it on some of the forums, right? Some of the groups. Well, today's the day. I've been waiting to do shaves for this particular razor. And that particular razor would be, yes, this is a Rex Ambassador for my buddy on loan, all right? This is by the Rex Company that is an affiliate of Razor Emporiums owned by Matt Pisarcik, okay? So this has quite a back history on the design and so on and so forth of that, which I'm not going to go into because that's Matt's story. But what I do know about this razor is that I've often heard it is built like a tank. And I can tell you the weight, the feel, and even the gnarling on the handle here, that the machine that has been done to this is absolutely stellar. The grip on this thing, I don't see how you could drop it, to be honest with you. It does have a good amount of weight. So this is made of stainless steel, and how the adjusters work on this is slightly different than that of when we think of a slim adjustable or fat boy or something like that. It's a very similar mechanism to that of a like Merkur Future or so on and so forth. And what occurs is this is a two-piece razor. This screws down and this catches it from the bottom here. And the other thing about it is when we are adjusting it, what we're doing is it is simply moving the safety guard here, or safety bar down, and opening that blade gap, so to speak, and allowing for more blade exposure. I have heard that this is a fairly aggressive razor, okay? I have a Merkur Future, so to be honest, I don't know where it stands in comparison to that. And how you can tell where the notch is here is on the dial, there's a very slight dent or indent here. And this is at the lowest setting, and as it spins this way, so as it spins clockwise, it goes to a higher adjustment. These are similar in nature to that of a slim adjustable for the fact that these have what I would call a continuous adjustment, meaning you can stop at any point. You know, I could stop at technically like 1.25 on this adjustment, where that is different than a slim adjustable or fat boy, where it has a clicker when it stops only so often, okay? So as far as customizable goes for adjustment, this is about as best you can get because it's a continuous adjustment. It isn't a set one that clicks and locks in similar to that of a slim, okay? So I have been wanting to use this razor for a long time. Matt is a buddy of mine. I talked to Matt about a few things here and there. We talk shop and so on and so forth, okay? And it's a funny thing. As much as I talk to Matt and so on and so forth, you would think I have one of these. I actually don't have one of these in my collection, okay? I will say this may change my idea, and I might just have to run out and order one, right? And if that's the case, we shall see. But I think given that, I think that's enough commentary on the razor itself. It is a very well-built piece. This razor will definitely last a lifetime. And being that it's pretty adjustable and it has an infinite adjust, so to speak, meaning all the way to its max, there is no set right or wrong on this. It's what's best for you. I'm ready to get into this shave, all right? So I'm going to be using a brand new Vashkon blade. And I will tell you that one thing I have been doing is actually doing that a lot. I've been using pretty much new razors every time with you guys, so I've been using a new razor or a blade every time. And the fact is you can't properly review a razor if you're not used to a good brand new blade. I just think that it's kind of a subjective thing. And coming from the chemist in me says you have to try to keep all variables equal. So doing that means that we have to at least keep as many things as we can the same, okay? So I will say though, I do somewhat change up my soaps. So what I have from here is from Barster and Man, The Full Measure of a Man. I love this soap. It's a fantastic soap. It has just the scents of this are so good. To be honest, I smell the shea butter. It has like a somewhat of a little bit of a like a whiskey type smell to it, you know, and it's just fantastic. I just love it. And it's one that I don't usually mix with a splash afterwards because the after smell is so good that I don't want to lose that. So let's go ahead and get this loaded up and let's try to make this a shave, so to speak. I do believe that, like I said, I'm trying to reach here the 10-minute to 15-minute mark to more. I know the last one wasn't, or the last one was, but the one before was not. But I had to tell you the Maggard story, right? Maggard Razors was a fantastic trip. I had a blast that day going down there, alright? So let's go ahead and get my brush warmed up here with some nice water. Get it loaded up. And let's get going, alright? So, I hope everyone had a good 4th of July weekend. I know it's been a couple weekends for that. But I will say, I had a good weekend this weekend. Me and the wife were without the daughter for first time in a while. We had some other family over, and we just kind of hung out, did our thing, you know. I did have to work, but it's my last weekend working. 4th of July was the first weekend I'd had off since mid-April, all right? So let me go ahead and get wetted up here, and let's go ahead and get some water here in this bowl. Get our soap going with lather. Oh, that reminds me. Something I forgot to mention. And the thing I forgot to mention is the fact that it is giveaway time. I know, I said, you know, I get 100 subscribers, blah, blah, blah. Well, any of you who are subscribed to me, if you're international, we'll talk about it. But how does my lather look? I think it looks pretty good. As long as it works for you, who cares? That's kind of my thoughts. Alright. I missed. There. That better? So, giveaway time. I am going to be giving away, over the next couple things here, a tin of Fruit Loop soap from A Trace of Past Soaps. This is going to be the start of some of my giveaways, but you have to be a subscriber, okay? I'm going to be putting that in the Facebook things. You have to be a subscriber. I'm not looking for someone to go ahead and comment. I don't care. If you're a subscriber of mine, you have an open shot at winning this, okay? If you're international, we'll talk, okay? Because I know some of you are. Got a couple of you are. Or if you just want to pass, I'll give you a shout out on my next video. I will have to do a little bit of editing, I promise. A little bit. So I don't even know where to start on this razor. I'm looking at this thinking that the blade gap on that doesn't look enough. So you know what? Let's take it to 2. Yeah. Alright. Here we go. Okay. Well, I heard this is supposed to be an aggressive razor, so well, not so aggressive at 2. Know what that means, right? Let's go to 3. Okay. I don't see why this seems to be so aggressive. I've heard this thing is a monster, but I will definitely say that my Merkur Future is definitely more aggressive than this thing at 3. So It plows through the hair. I have 3 days growth here. It has pretty good channels for lather. It's not getting built up with lather here. So I'm starting to think that people are telling me it's aggressive. Maybe they don't know how to handle the angle right or something. I don't know. I like it. It's a good shave so far. Well, in the name of science, let's take it to 4. Okay, so now on 4, I can start to say that I'm approaching what I feel the aggressiveness is that of like an open comb early 1900s Gillette. Oh, this feels better in the hand. I did get myself right here, but I have a mole right here, and someone had said something about getting moles removed, and going that route, and asked on what the thoughts were on it. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of starting to think about it because I always cut that stupid mole, and I did this time too. So go ahead and get some more lather here on the face and give it a second pass against the grain and see what we think. But with the grain was very close, very efficient. All right. It was smooth. I'm kind of wondering why I've said this thing's aggressive. Well, I heard that it is, but to be honest with you, I don't think it really is all that aggressive. So, how's everyone been doing? How my peeps been doing? Have anyone been out in the wild hunting lately? I managed to score a fat boy yesterday for a pretty good price. It was cased. Come to find out, the case is broke when I got home, but what else is new? That's typical. Cases are hard to come by for those, being that they're plastic. And I've kind of looked over and saw that they have somewhat of a design flaw with them. Or, well, let me rephrase that. They don't have a design flaw. People don't realize how they're assembled, and they sit there and think that they can take them apart. The lids, because that was what was wrong with the one yesterday, is people thought they could take it apart. And upon doing so, they cracked the lid latch, one mechanism where it has the spring, because those traditionally spring open. So, thoughts on the razor. It's a heavy razor. It's a great razor. My commentary, I think this time around, is a little dull. I haven't been overly, hadn't had any good stories, so to speak, other than, I did some hunting. Scored a fat boy. Scored a slim adjustable. Got a good price on both. It's a very close shave, so I do like it. I did cut myself, but you know what? Every time I'm on camera, no, something. I'm always just bloodletting myself for you guys here. I happen to cut myself a lot. I don't know what it is. I swear. I feel like a rookie. Been wet shaving for 5 years. I have tons of experience. I can do it blindly by feel, but yet I can't even do it on camera without cutting the crap out of my face. Got myself here and here. I don't even know how I got myself there. But either way. So, Rex Ambassador. It's a good shave. I like it. It's well built. I would say that I wouldn't use it much past 4 because it starts at that point to become what I consider aggressive, so to speak, and would be uncomfortable for a lot of people because a lot of people do not like that over amount of blade exposure and so on and so forth, you know. Some people do. I do have some people that I know they're all about it. But anyway, guys, I have this Fruit Loop soap that I'm planning to give away, okay? And the reason I'm starting to think about giving it away is because I want to start giving back to those of you who are my viewers, okay? I have a number of you now, you know, that have joined Scotch Shaves, and I greatly appreciate it. And any of you who've passed my name and videos along to doing so have been greatly appreciated. The next time I shave with you guys, we're going to go ahead and use the leaf razor. And I'm going to be doing a complete review of the leaf razor on how to use it, how to load it, and so on and so forth. And some of the main attractions for that razor to people to the wet shaving community. I will say that I wasn't a super early adopter to it. I'm not one of the beta testers or anything along those lines. But I was one of the, I think, sooner people to have ordered one. I've had a leaf now for, I don't know, God, at least since January or something of this year. So I've had a leaf for a number of months. My wife actually uses the leaf razor too. That was what got her to convert to wet shaving. You know, I kind of tried getting around the boat. Well, hey, you know what? She went down the rabbit hole of using the leaf and loves it. And, you know, she feels that she's doing her part to help with the environment for the fact, okay, so I'm the one collecting all the razors. I get that. So, sure, I'm helping the environment. A bunch of razors aren't getting thrown away, right? We're not donating a ton of plastic to that anymore because neither one of us are using cartridge razors or disposables for that matter. We're only using DEs, which I do continue put into a Sharps container, and I do take them to the local pharmacy where they actually are recycled. All right, so everyone, thank you for joining me here today on Scotch Shaves. You all have a good evening and stay classy.